introduce yourself?
My name's Samantha.
And I'm Anthony, and today we are going to talk about this Coca-Cola Stranger Things box. Little history on it. In 1985, Coke decided that they were losing customers or whatever to Pepsi and to other sodas. So they decided to reformulate their soda and launch Coke. Well, it was called New Coke. It's sweeter, and it lasted like 3 months before they brought back the original stuff.
So it turned out to be a failure.
It did. It was a complete failure, and it's actually a commentary on what a company should not do ever. And it's a running gag with a lot of people. Anyway, so since a lot of things happened in the 80s, there's a lot that you didn't happen in the 80s.
Yeah, so I'm just agreeing with what you say.
Okay, so anyway, so a lot of cool things happened in the 80s, like Nintendo. Anyway, so if you watch Stranger Things, the show takes place in the 80s, which is really cool for people like me who seem to be stuck in the 80s and listen to 80s music.
And it's just kind of cool to see what the 80s was like. It
was a very strange time. So anyway, we got this box in. It's Stranger Things Coca-Cola box, and what it comes with, open it up here. All right. Okay, we have a Stranger Things Coke Zero, which is a new one. We have a regular Coke, original taste Coca-Cola bottle, and what we really wanted was the cans of New Coke. You can see it right there, New Coke. Comes with 2 of these, and that's all that's in the box. I'm gonna put the box right over here.
And just so you know, this is not sponsored.
No, we don't have enough friends to get sponsors yet. So. Okay, so anyway, so this is I remember when this came out because people were hoarding regular Coke in cases. They knew New Coke was going to be a failure, and so people were hoarding the old stuff, thinking that it would never come back, and it did come back within 3 months. But just the fact that it was going to go away. It's supposed to taste more like Pepsi. So we're going to try it. See if I don't quite remember, but they say you tastes and smells are the most common thing. So I don't know, I might have a flashback to the 80s and start breakdancing and go find my parachute pants.
Oh God, please don't.
All right, so let's see.
Don't you think it might be flat?
No. It doesn't taste like Coke at all. Really sweet, huh?
I'm not sure how to react to that. It's like a flat Pepsi with a hint of Coke.
A flat? Oh,
like
well, it's a good way to describe it. Yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see the Stranger Things and how they play with the whole New Coke motif.
Yeah.
Ideas of it. Should be very interesting. Yeah, this is a regular Coke Zero.
It's good.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a weird taste from the mix of 2. Oh, man. It's like heavily watered down flat Coke.
Which
with
one
a mix of 2.
Oh,
like the aftertaste of that with that.
Interesting.
I mean, it's good.
But yeah, it's definitely...
It's different.
It's a lot sweeter.
Yeah.
That's what Coke has always been, a little more less sweet than Pepsi. Pepsi's a really sweet soda. But yeah, in the 80s, Diet Coke, Tab was a big thing. That was the first diet soda that used aspartame to get the 0-calorie sweetener, and later discovered that aspartame caused cancer. So there's a lot of things we did in the 80s that cause cancer nowadays that we found out that we shouldn't.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Apparently,
so it's amazing any of us actually made it out of the 80s.
So apparently, Coca-Cola did a blind taste test, and apparently they had normal Coke and Pepsi, and majority of them preferred the sweeter taste of Pepsi. So I guess that's why new Coke is sweeter.
Yeah, I remember grocery stores having the
Taste
the
test.
Pepsi challenge. I think it was called the Pepsi challenge, where they had Coke and they had Pepsi, and you had to, you knew, the first thing you knew, it was called the Pepsi challenge, so you knew it was sponsored by Pepsi, and if you wanted to get on TV, you'd have to say that you preferred Pepsi, because they're not going to put anybody on TV that says they prefer Coke when it's a Pepsi commercial.
So that's kind of.
And in the 80s, everybody wanted to be on TV.
So
they didn't have YouTube or all these channels. We just had cable TV was starting to come, but you needed these huge satellite dishes that took up like half your backyard.
And the thing is that once they got denied after 3 months, new Coke became Coke 2.
I do. I remember working in a grocery store when I was in high school. It was about, what, 1992? And we carried a little bit of Coke 2. It was the unofficial sequel. And I had one old lady, she really liked Tab. She would be the only lady that ever bought Tab, so I'd bring in a case of Tab just for her.
And I think it's pretty cool that they decided to send out new Coke and just the special bottles to sponsor.
Yeah, the special bottles are pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like if they were.
It says on here, it says, but I mean, this is limited edition, 7,924 of 175,000. So how limited is that? That's not really
limited, but still, they're probably never going to make these things ever again.
Well, yeah, I know, but who? I mean, I guess the Coke collector. Remember when I worked for Coke, I used to like to collect Coca-Cola stuff. So I guess there's just people out there that's like, I've seen like, you know how people get like Disney and stuff like that?
And
like
collect it till...
Yeah, so there's like, people do the old Coke signs and they have Coke memorabilia.
Bottles and cans.
Yeah, so, and these, this is probably, we should probably save one for future generations. You can give it to your kids.
Well, sure, we'll save the one with the dent. So.
Oh, is that one has a dent?
Yeah, this one has the dent. But
that's okay.
It's okay, it doesn't damage the Coke.
Well, it won't damage the Coke. It will still taste. Well, by the time you have kids, it better be flat and icky. I think it should still have an expiration date on it.
Does it?
February 3rd, 2020 probably.
Jeez. This thing lasts forever. Wait, that's next year.
Yeah, that's not even a year away. But you know, I think what it is like, because the Coke in the bottle is going to last longer.
Forever.
Because
well,
it's
forever,
the Coke, actually, there's an inner layer of something, so it doesn't eat the metal. Because you know, sometimes when you're drinking a soda out of an aluminum, it tastes like metally kind of.
Yeah, you get the weird metal taste.
Some of the aluminum kind of seeped into it, and so that's why the cans don't last as long as bottles, because bottles are non-porous and they last forever. They don't last forever, but they last a lot. Let's see, where's the usually stamp there? The expiration date's right here. The expiration date for this is October 28th, 2019. So not as long as.
So what was your whole point about? Wait, but the thing is, they probably made these before they started making these.
They might.
Because they knew these would last
longer.
longer.
You just need to have the classic Coke bottle and then throw this label on it. So you can, yeah, let's see. What does this one say?
Oh.
They stamp them with a whole bunch of different things too. This one says September 23rd, 2019. Yeah.
Anywho,
So that completely destroyed that whole narrative, right there.
But supposedly, he should know. Worked for Coke.
I did. I worked for Coke and Pepsi.
You know all their secrets.
I don't know any of their secrets. They didn't tell me anything. I just knew how to fill the shelves. But I was there for launches of sodas that aren't around anymore. I was there for Josta. You don't remember that soda? It made this huge stink in the community because it was made with some kind of aphrodisiac chemical. I don't know. The first time I tried it, my mouth went to sleep. It was all tingly and stuff. That didn't last very long. It tasted. It was like maybe like grape. It was like grape soda, I think. Was that for that?
Grape flavored.
Yeah, I figured. And then Pepsi One. Is Pepsi One still around? Or I think they changed it to Pepsi Zero.
I think so, yeah. But That doesn't change
Storm.
the soda.
I love Storm. Storm was like a caffeinated Sprite. It was very delicious.
Oh man, I'd be caffeinated all day
It was
long.
good. It tasted very good.
Sprite's my
They
favorite.
tried it in a couple different markets. So.
Oh, and surprisingly, so the reason they made New Coke was because prices were going, or not prices. People were thinking Pepsi was a lot better. So when they decided to make the New Coke, hey, you have the same stuff for my brother.
You think Dad wants some?
Maybe. Anywho.
Hey, Dal. Come here.
Anyhow, so, and once they put New Coke back down and denied it in 3 months, apparently sales went back up from the new.
Here, I'm here to try some New Coke. He's going to stay off camera over there because he's not feeling too good. But he's going to try it. I'll explain his expression.
That's actually pretty similar to the standard Coke we got right now. A little bit lighter.
Oh.
I mean, it's good, but like, I can see why people turned it down.
Well, it tastes too much like Pepsi. Nobody wanted Pepsi. But, I mean, people started thinking that it was because to get excitement back for Coca-Cola. If you take something away, people want it more.
More, and
So
I'm
when they
guessing.
said, oh, you know what, you guys didn't like that, we're going to give you Coca-Cola back. So they called it Coca-Cola Classic.
And so that's why sales went flying again.
Yeah.
So.
They went through the roof. Probably. I don't remember sales in the 80s.
But
I didn't care about stuff
but,
in the 80s.
but it says
Like 10.
right here, the company reintroduced Coke's original formula within 3 months. They rebranded Coca-Cola Classic and resulting in a significant sales boost. So that meant more money for Coca-Cola.
And they already own everything.
Yeah, so. But I do think that it's pretty cool. And even if the bottles break, if like you've been through something and the bottles break, you'll always have, if you keep the caps. But it doesn't say Stranger Things on the caps.
No, it doesn't.
But the caps are pretty cool. So.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I used to like to get glass bottles and you put peanuts in them. Peanuts float in there. You drink the peanuts with the Coke.
That sounds gross.
It's
but,
very, very good.
But okay.
I don't think that was Antonio taught me that.
One of your friends?
Yeah, he used to drink Coke with Pepsi. I mean, with peanuts in it. So I also had another friend that would take Coca-Cola and milk.
Oh, that sounds even worse.
It does. It really sounds gross, but he liked it, so I don't know.
Whatever he likes. And so we pulled up a picture of the new Coke, and it looks exactly the same. So that's where you know that this is exactly what the new Coke looked like. And the first thing when we pulled up New Coke, it was all, oh, they're doing this new thing for Stranger Things. So. But no, I think it's pretty cool that they're contributing to Stranger Things. Because at first, Stranger Things was like a weird show that nobody would watch, and then it.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch it when it first came out. I actually had a friend of mine tell me about it.
Yeah,
Wasn't it really cool?
Wasn't it
Brett from
Brett,
Alaska? Yeah.
Oh, is it Alaska Brett?
Yeah, Alaska Brett. I know too many Bretts. And then I know a Brent.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But no, the catchphrase on the box is "One summer can change everything."
Yeah.
And it's pretty. I mean, if you get this box, I mean, you know what to look for. But the new Coke's pretty interesting. You should probably try it for yourself.
Probably.
So, what would our next video be about?
I have no idea.
No clue yet?
I have no clue.
I have a clue.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
What's your clue?
Doctor Who.
Oh, that we're going to do the Doctor Who video next?
There's going to be Doctor Who stuff.
Oh.
So,
we have a lot of videos to edit after we get done with this.
But Doctor Who, so a lot of fans are being surprised about the female Doctor. So
I think she's great.
I think she is too. But we shouldn't be talking about this in the Coke video.
Well, we're giving a preview. This is the after
Preview
credits scene that sets up the next movie.
Okay. But
Okay.
we have something from Doctor Who, so fans.
We do. We have a very,
come watch
very
us.
something special.
Probably gonna, yeah.
Okay.
Very special.
All right.
So, goodbye. See you next time. Woo!